And question number 6, got another geometry question here. And we've got two parallel lines cut by a transversal. We'll call that line going diagonally through the two parallel lines. We're dealing with some angle relationships here. In the figure below, the measure of angle 4 is 130 degrees. Okay, let's get into a habit. When they give us information in the problem about a diagram that's not listed, we need to write that down on there. So we have angle 4, 130. So we'll come right here and write 130 degrees. Getting a little better writing with this mouse. All right, and our question is, what is the sum of measures 2 and 3? Okay, we need this angle here. We've got to find out 2 and we've got to find out 3. Now, we should know from our line properties that 2 and 4, they form a straight line, so they're 180 degrees. And 2 and 3 are vertical angles, which means they sit right across from each other, so they're congruent or equal to each other. So if we can find out 2, we know what 3 is, and where we're going to miss the question, even if we do that, is we don't read the sum of the measures. So we need to add those two together. The sum means to add. So we've got to add these two things together. So we do a little calculation in our head. We have 180 degrees total, 130 in this one. That means they are 50 degrees left in that angle there, and some people will then bubble in A for their answer choice. And I'd hate for you to do all of that math wrong, or excuse me, all the math right, and then get the question wrong because we didn't answer it completely. So they want the sum of measures 2 and 3. So we need to add 50 plus 50. And so our total then is going to be 100 degrees. When we took the practice test, 50% of the people that missed, or excuse me, 50% of the answers were answer A, 50 degrees. And so half the people missed it. They knew what they were doing and they knew their line properties, they just answered the wrong question. So something like this is please reread the question part of the statements and find out what exactly it is that they're wanting. They want the sum of the measures. And I'll take a quick second here to talk about the line properties. Anytime you're dealing with two parallel lines cut by a transversal, kind of keep this in mind. All of the obtuse angles are going to be congruent or equal to each other, and all of the acute angles or smaller angles are going to be congruent, or what we would say equal to each other. So whether it's in this group of angles up top or this group of angles down here formed in the bottom, all of the obtuse angles are congruent wherever they are to each other, and all of the acute angles are congruent to each other wherever they are.